CM Punk makes it personal with Seth Rollins comments. Oba Femi costs Drew McIntyre, who is winning the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble. Three-time WWE Champion is facing multiple years in prison. Major names reject multi-year WWE deals. The WWE turns down Drew McIntyre's request. John Cena is coming back to WWE. Condolences to Sheamus. Liv Morgan reveals why she got arrested. Logan Paul signs a full-time WWE contract. Let's dive right in. Oba Femi costs Drew McIntyre. A massive 3 stages of hell match has been scheduled for the upcoming episode of WWE SmackDown, featuring Cody Rhodes defending his undisputed WWE Championship against the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre. Both men have been engaged in a feud for months now, and things are expected to end with the match on the blue brand. There are a number of potential endings to the match that could undoubtedly change the landscape of the entire title picture, and potentially the company as well. Let's check out a few ways the match could end. Number 1, Cody Rhodes turns heel to retain his WWE title. The American Nightmare Cody Rhodes is undoubtedly one of the biggest names in the industry lately, and the star losing his title on a casual episode of SmackDown seems highly unlikely. While Drew McIntyre has all the momentum to win the title, the match being featured on the blue brand could turn things around. This is where WWE could protect both Drew's character and Rhodes' title reign, and rather turn the latter heel to end the match in his favor. A potential move like this could add more storylines to the title picture, making things more interesting. Number 2, Oba Femi costs Drew McIntyre. Oba Femi had a massive match with Cody Rhodes at Saturday night's main event recently. The young star had the chance to take all the spotlight by defeating the undisputed champion, but Drew McIntyre interfered and attacked Cody, which led to the match ending in disqualification. Femi could now make his presence felt and cost McIntyre the title, potentially leading to a new feud on the blue brand. Number 3, Jacob Fatu cost Drew McIntyre. Jacob Fatu has not been seen on WWE TV for weeks now, after an attack from a mystery man backstage sidelined him. While the identity of the attacker remains a mystery, Drew McIntyre is expected to be the one involved. With Fatu rumors to return to TV very soon, his presence could be felt on the upcoming episode of the blue brand, where he could cost McIntyre the title opportunity to kick off a new feud altogether. Number 4, Cody Rhodes gets a clean sweep. The American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes doesn't seem to be at a spot where the company would take the undisputed title off him. Rather, with the road to WrestleMania around the corner, the star has to look at his level best, considering that he is the face of WWE. This is why the company could make the latter take a clean sweep victory over McIntyre on SmackDown, enhancing his position on the brand and making headlines around the globe. Number 5, Drew McIntyre wins by 2-1. While Rhodes is not in a position to lose the title, Drew McIntyre is not in a spot to take a loss as well. The star has already been struggling to maintain his momentum and character, and a potential loss would undoubtedly ruin everything. With Drew being a heel, using some unfair means to win the title in a 2-1 contest would be one of the best decisions the company could take at this point. Fans will now have to wait and see what WWE has in store for the stars next. Who is winning the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble? WWE Royal Rumble is right around the corner, and the excitement among fans is at an all-time high. The PLE arrives at a time when the company's women's division feels deeper and more unpredictable than ever. Several rising names are building momentum, fresh storylines are gaining attention, and the depth in the roster is increasing. With the Royal Rumble winner gaining a lot of momentum and popularity, there are some names from the women's division who should be kept away from the winning spot when it comes to the women's. Let's check out a few names who should not win the Women's Royal Rumble match. Tiffany Stratton has enjoyed a rapid rise and has already spent a lot of time as the women's champion last year. The star's run last year has proved why she is one of the future faces of the women's division of the industry, and her popularity is clearly off the charts. With Stratton already having everything WWE aims to provide to the Royal Rumble winner, the star should not win the match at the PLE. A potential victory for her would waste the company's opportunity to enhance the status of other stars. Rhea Ripley remains one of the most dominant forces in the women's division, and rarely feels far from championship gold. The star has been involved in tag team storylines lately, and is the reigning one half of the women's tag team champions alongside Sky. Rhea Ripley winning the Royal Rumble match later this month would undoubtedly ruin the entire storyline she has been working on over the past few months. A potential move like this would further waste the opportunity for another deserving star, making things quite confusing. The man remains one of WWE's most trusted big match performers, especially when the spotlight turns toward WrestleMania season. Becky Lynch has already achieved nearly every milestone available in the company, including previous Rumble victories and headline moments on the grandest stage. Over the past few months, the star's heel run has been phenomenal and has already been at the top of the entire roster. Lynch undoubtedly doesn't need a title victory at WWE Royal Rumble, and a move like this would once again waste the opportunity for another deserving star. Charlotte Flair is another name involved in the tag team storyline over the past few months. The Queen has teamed up with Alexa Bliss, and the duo has managed to become one of the most talked about tag teams in the history of the women's division. Flair potentially switching from her tag team storyline to winning the Women's Royal Rumble match would make no sense. A potential move like this would waste all the hard work the company has done over the past few months, making the entire title picture worse. Time will now tell what WWE has in store for the stars next. Three-time WWE Champion is facing multiple years in prison. The criminal trial for a former WWE superstar has now started. The three-time WWE Champion is now facing prosecution, as proceedings have begun. After a long time following the accusations, the criminal trial of Ted DiBiase Jr. has now begun. Jury selection was completed yesterday for the star's criminal trial. The trial has now begun with prosecutors giving their opening statement. The third-generation star has been accused of conspiring to fraudulently get $3.5 million in federal funds. The money was originally set aside for families who are in need. The prosecutors have alleged that the WWE star received funds originally intended for welfare programs by bringing sham contracts for services that were never provided. Assistant U.S. Attorney John Maynardi said in his opening statement that DiBiase wanted a lot of money so he could fund his lavish lifestyle. He said that DiBiase and his brother squeezed the former Department of Services director in Mississippi to secure 6 contracts worth $2.9 million. The statement went on to say that the money was then used to buy cars and boats, go on vacation, and buy a $1.7 million house. He said the brothers were young, handsome men who took advantage of the lonely, middle-aged Davis, who had few friends. While the trial has just begun, it is expected to last for some time, as it will take at least 3 weeks. DiBiase has pleaded not guilty to the multiple charges brought against him. The former champion's lawyer said that his client was not the greedy con man as described by the prosecutors, and that lawyers had approved and signed off on the state contracts for DiBiase. He also said that Davis was a villain and not a mark. Major names reject multi-year WWE deals. A recent report has shed light on popular wrestling stars rejecting a multi-year contract offer from WWE. The Triple H-led creative team might go after the stars once again in the future. The names in question are NJPW's Yuto Ice and Oscar. Yuto Ice and Oscar are better known as Knockout Brothers in New Japan Pro Wrestling. The stars have been teaming up since August 2025 and are the current IWGP Tag Team Champions. According to a recent report by Self-Made Pro, the Stamford-based promotion has offered contracts to Yuto Ice and Oscar as the company seeks to strengthen its tag team division. Now, according to the latest report by Corey Hayes of Body Slam, the Knockout Brothers have politely rejected the Stamford-based promotion's multi-year deal. Hayes also mentioned that Yuto Ice has said that he and his teammate are not looking to leave NJPW at the moment. The wrestling journalist added that, despite getting rejected, World Wrestling Entertainment is keen on signing the stars and will go after them again in the future. WWE offered a multi-year deal to the Knockout Brothers as they wanted to give the tag division a big boost. The offer was politely declined as Yuto Ice mentioned they aren't leaving New Japan after New Year Dash. WWE will continue to monitor and revisit a potential opportunity to sign them at a later time, he wrote, after defeating TMDK, Zack Sabre Jr., and Ryohei Oiwa in the IWGP Tag Team title match at New Year Dash. Yuto Ice and Oscar talked about their future. Ice assured fans that the Knockout Brothers were staying in New Japan Pro Wrestling despite all the rumors of them joining WWE. Whatever rumors you hear, we're not going anywhere, he said. It will be interesting to see if the current IWGP Tag Team Champions, Yuto Ice and Oscar, will sign with the TKO-led promotion in the future. The WWE turns down Drew McIntyre's request. Time and again, Drew McIntyre has shown he doesn't mince words when it comes to his booking in WWE. The Scotsman had a forgettable 2025, and now we know why. Drew McIntyre introduced the Bloodline Hunter gimmick last year, going after all the members of the Anoa'i clan who wronged him in his quest to become the WWE Champion. His new character was short-lived, as the company put him in a feud with Damian Priest on the road to WrestleMania 41. There were rumors that the Scottish Warrior stormed out of the Royal Rumble after he was unceremoniously eliminated from the 30-man Battle Royal. It looks like there's more to the story. See, according to Self-Made Pro, WWE rejected Drew McIntyre's original pitches, which would have culminated in a WrestleMania match with Roman Reigns. The Scotsman was said to be really upset about the situation. Okay, so last year, Drew McIntyre was very pissed at the Royal Rumble. Part of why he was mad was because his initial Mania pitches and creative kind of got turned down, which was like the Bloodline Hunter stuff that he really wanted to do. Drew McIntyre wanted to play the Bloodline and work Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Between that and his Rumble elimination being as unceremonious as it was, Drew McIntyre was really upset last year. Ibu added that the wheels are in motion for the return of the Bloodline Hunter gimmick this year. I was told that there has been significant movement on picking back up where they left off when it comes to that stuff. So there you go, Drew McIntyre, Bloodline Hunter, back in play this year. Drew McIntyre is gearing up to challenge Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship on the January 9th episode of SmackDown in Berlin. The two will wrap up their months-long feud in a 3 Stages of Hell match. The Scotsman chose the 3 stipulations for their match, which will be contested as follows: standard wrestling match, falls count anywhere match, steel cage match. Rumor has it that several people within the company have been actively pushing for McIntyre to dethrone Rhodes. This is interesting because plans are still in place for Roman Reigns to face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas. Whether the undisputed WWE Championship will be on the line remains to be seen. John Cena is coming back to WWE. John Cena officially retired from WWE in 2025. The franchise player was part of a retirement tour that ended at Saturday night's main event in December, where he lost to Gunther. Following the match, Cena put his boots and wristbands in the ring as a sign of retirement from the squared circle. However, 3 signs suggest that the 17-time world champion may be coming back to the Stamford-based promotion. Since beating John Cena at SNME, Gunther has continued to brag. Every time the ring general enters the ring, he mocks the franchise player and his fans by asserting how he dominated the veteran. Considering that the former world heavyweight champion continues to run his mouth against the Cenation leader, this appears to be a sign that Cena could be coming back to WWE. Upon his comeback, he could confront Gunther for his actions. Despite Cena's retirement at Saturday night's main event, WWE stars continue to pay homage to the 17-time world champion. During the latest episode of Monday Night, CM Punk also used the STF submission move on Braun Breaker in the World Heavyweight Championship match. Not only that, but Nikki Bella also used a similar move on Raw a few weeks back. With stars still paying homage to Cena, it seems like a sign that the franchise player could be on his way to another comeback in the TKO-led promotion. John Cena is a legend in the history of professional wrestling, but he has yet to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. With Cena officially retired from in-ring competition, WWE may finally induct him into the Hall of Fame in 2026. For such a grand announcement, Cena could make another appearance in World Wrestling Entertainment soon. He might be involved in a segment with Triple H, where the chief content officer officially announces the last real champion as the inductee in the Hall of Fame in 2026. These are signs that, despite last year's retirement tour, Cena could be returning to the company soon. Now it remains to be seen whether that turns into reality. Condolences to Sheamus. Sheamus is going through a tough time at the moment after it was reported that he suffered a shoulder injury at the end of 2025 and has been out of action for several months. The former WWE World Champion's wife, Isabella, revealed that their beloved dog Betty had passed away. She shared a lengthy emotional message about the 5 years that they had together after adopting Betty and how the couple had been able to spend the day celebrating her life. As much as I would love to stay home today and cry over her loss, I know that's not what my happy, life-loving girl would have wanted, so we celebrated her. We spent the afternoon eating lunch at Betty's in Chinatown. We ate a Betty omelet, drank Betty spritzes, and reminisced about our girl. We laughed, we cried, and we remembered the love we had for her and the love she gave us right back, she wrote. Isabella also noted that the couple had a number of dogs whom Betty was able to fit in with as soon as she arrived at their home. Sheamus has struggled with injuries over the past few years, including a neck injury that could have ended his career. The Irish star was able to return to action, but his recent shoulder injury could keep him sidelined into WrestleMania season. Sheamus is one of WWE's biggest stars and could have been a major part of WrestleMania season and the Royal Rumble, but it seems that this has been taken away from him again. The Irish star has become injury-prone recently, and this latest news will be a massive blow for both him and his wife as he looks to rehab his injury and make a return to WWE at some point in 2026. Liv Morgan reveals why she got arrested. Liv Morgan's WWE career came close to ending when she got arrested in 2023. While it hasn't affected her career in any capacity, she recently revealed the reason behind her arrest. In December 2023, Liv Morgan was arrested for possession of cannabis. While she didn't face any serious charges and eventually got back on the road with the company, her mugshot went viral, but there were different stories at the time which hinted at different reasons behind her arrest. In an appearance on What's Your Story, with Steph McMahon, the former women's world champion, revealed that she was going back from Orlando when she got arrested. The arrest primarily occurred due to the possession of a synthetic vape in her car, which is considered a felony in Florida. Morgan did not know if it was in the car, as it wasn't hers. Moreover, the amount of cannabis was not the main issue behind the arrest. So what happened with me was that I was driving for my eyebrow appointment in Orlando, and it was dark at night and I couldn't see. So I was driving a little bit slower. So I got pulled over, and I did have a little bit of marijuana in the car. The issue was that someone left a synthetic marijuana vape in my car, and I'm not a battery girl. So the vape is a felony in Florida. If you have a synthetic marijuana vape, you're going to jail ASAP, Morgan said. Last year, Liv Morgan returned to the Stamford-based promotion following her shoulder injury and assisted Dominic Mysterio in winning the Intercontinental Championship from John Cena in San Diego. After her return, she focused on the women's division alongside Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. According to recent reports, Morgan is heavily factored heading into WrestleMania 42 and will most likely have a singles match on the card. While the opponent is yet to be determined, she recently scored a win over Lyra Valkyria in her first singles match since June 2025. Logan Paul signs a full-time WWE contract. Logan Paul has shared massive news on his WWE future. The YouTuber-turned-wrestler has become a key part of the promotion in recent years and is currently a part of the Vision on Raw. Having been a part of WWE since 2022, Paul has competed at major events and against some of the biggest names in the promotion. He has also held the United States Championship in his brief wrestling career. Despite his impressive athletic ability and commitment to the company, fans have often criticized him for being an outsider and competing part-time. However, that might just change after the Maverick shared some massive news. In his January 7th, 2026 vlog on his official YouTube channel, Logan Paul claimed that he has just signed a long-term deal with the sports entertainment giant and that he is officially a full-timer. "I actually just signed my official long-term contract with WWE seconds ago. Seconds ago, we took espresso shots, so I'm officially a full-timer now. All you people saying I'm a part-timer can shut your mouth. Feels good. Feels good to have a job," he said. The Raw superstar then said he is excited for the year ahead and wants to be the best wrestler. "I'm officially a full-timer. Your boy's gonna be working. I'm excited to get the year started. 2026, man. I want to hit it hard. I want to become the best wrestler I can be," he added. Logan Paul has faced backlash from fans for walking into high-profile matches despite wrestling a part-time schedule. In a vlog in December last year, the Maverick lashed out at fans who call him out for not competing full-time. He highlighted his schedule that had seen him wrestle 4 times in 5 weeks. He said he prepares for his matches for months and claimed that is why his matches are so good. With his new contract, it will be interesting to see how often fans will get to see Paul competing on WWE TV in the coming months. CM Punk makes it personal with Seth Rollins' comments. CM Punk and Seth Rollins remain as rivals, despite the latter's current absence due to a shoulder injury. Punk recently dropped a massive revelation following Rollins' comments about a divided topic among the WWE universe. With the upcoming release of the second season of WWE Unreal on Netflix this coming January 20th, the reigning World Heavyweight Champion was asked about his thoughts on the docuseries in an appearance on Busted Open Radio. CM Punk admitted that he's not the biggest fan of revealing backstage information to the world, but he also understands why there's some positive to it. "Yeah, a little bit, but there's also a lot of good in it. Like, I watched the first season and I liked it. There's definitely aspects of things that I don't want people to see, so I tell them not to film it. I'll walk into a room and I'll be like, not now. I also know that a lot of the times I get done and I'm coming through Gorilla, everybody's back there. There's multiple cameras, so if I really don't want them filming something, I'm not going to go through Gorilla. You can control what they shoot and what they put on that show," Punk said. The first season of WWE Unreal got fans divided, though it was a popular docuseries on Netflix. CM Punk was one of the top stars who appeared in Season 1, while Seth Rollins and his wife Becky Lynch are going to be in the second season. In a separate appearance on Busted Open Radio, Seth Rollins was asked about his participation in Season 2 of WWE Unreal. Rollins revealed that there's a part of him that dislikes the show because it exposes the business too much. "I'm under 40 still, but I have like an old school mentality, so for me to be pushed to the point of having to break kayfabe, it hurts me a bit. It's difficult, but I will say there are some things I want to protect, because I do believe the gray area in our business is what makes this special. That believability," Rollins said. Just like CM Punk, the visionary wanted some of the things to not get filmed and remain a secret, like his conversations with producers backstage.